So in the garden behind me is where we've planted all our grafted tomatoes. So let me give you a quick refresher. About a month ago we put these tomatoes in the ground, and what we had done probably 6 weeks before that is we had grafted tomatoes by taking the stalk of a tomato, cutting it with a razor blade as an angle, doing the same thing on another tomato. In this case it was the Pink Berkeley Tie Dye, and we took the top of one tomato and put it on top of the other with these little clips. I'll link this other video in the notes below so you can see it for reference. And then we put them in our little mini dome, a little humidity chamber for them to survive and grow. And so now we have them planted, and let's see if there's any difference between the grafted and the regular tomatoes. So this is the Pink Berkeley Tie Dye. Regular plant as our placebo. And see if we can get in here. As you can see from the ground, it's about 14 to 15 inches tall. And so that's pretty good. It's nice and bushy. It has a number of blooms on it. It looks quite healthy and looks really good. So now let's go measure a second. This is a Pink Berkeley Tie Dye, and it's grafted onto a rootstock of Early Girl. And you can see this one here, is 18 to 19 inches tall. So a little bit taller. I'm not sure if it's significant enough for any measure, but it looks healthy, and it is got a number of blooms on it as well. The stalking appears nice and healthy. So this is one we grafted onto because we had tremendous success with our Early Girl, and so we're also comparing those to our other tomato plant. This is our Pink Berkeley grafted onto a rootstock, and this one here is 14 to 15 inches. It is onto our more vigorous rootstock. You can see the stalks is quite big and healthy looking. We don't seem to have quite as many bloom heads on this, but nonetheless we do have several. No tomatoes as of yet. Now I'm just showing you a real sampling of what we have as far as our grafted tomatoes. So I have 4 or 5 of them here at home. Our biggest grouping of our grafted tomatoes at our church community garden. And so we have probably another 15 or 20 different grafted tomatoes up there, and I'll also include those in my report so we can have a more comprehensive look rather than just a small sampling. So stay tuned for those as well. Now this one is not a grafted tomato. This is Indigo Apple. And just to give you an example, so that one here is about 15 inches tall. This is a straight heirloom tomato from Wild Boar Farms. It's got a few flower blooms in here. We've had such late cool weather, we've not had much tomato set. This is another Indigo Apple, and you can see it's already 21 inches. Same plant, just never can tell. We actually have a nice little tomato set down here, and it's doing well. So here's the Indigo Apple, the tomato that's set, and a couple more flowers, a couple other ones. This is a Sweet Million. It's 16 inches tall. We've got 2 of these. They're about the same height as well. This one here is blue gold. You can already see the shoulders on these tomatoes is blue, and the bottom of it, as it gets a little larger and ripened, will turn a nice yellow or gold color. This is a new tomato for me this year, Cosmic Eclipse. Not really cherry, a little bit larger than cherry size, but nice, full, little small tomatoes. Wonderful dark color all throughout the shoulders. This one here is Atomic Grape. We got this a little bit smaller. Well, it's 13 inches tall. This little guy is the run of the litter. It's only about 7 inches tall. It was pretty anemic looking when we got it. It was kind of the last one left in the greenhouse. thought I'd bring that home. That one's Dark Galaxy, so we'll see how that one progresses throughout the season. So we're growing these grafted tomatoes this year to see if we can tell a difference in what we get in terms of production. While we've measured them, that's just a very simple way of growth to see are they really more vigorous or not. But the real test is going to be in production. We won't know that for probably another month or two. So one of the things we're going to do, we're going to test out our Pink Berkeley Tie Dye for an ungrafted, a grafted on early girl, and then grafted on a rootstock that's supposed to be a lot more vigorous and vibrant. So we'll give you an update this in about a month as we go through the season, and we'll also show you some of the specialty tomatoes that we're growing, the Cosmic Eclipse, the blue gold, and the dark chocolate or blue chocolate tomato. If you want to be sure and see the results of our grafting experience, be sure and consider subscribing down below so you won't miss any of our progress reports on grafting tomatoes. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And as usual, come back and see us real soon.